This is the Bro Force Squad podcast. We got a quick lift for you. This is Brian Banner coming to you live with my beautiful wife, Brooke Banner. We just got out of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and we're going to discuss it with you guys tonight. This is going to be very spoiler heavy, so if you haven't seen the movie, click off, go see the movie, and we'll talk to you in 2.5 hours. Brooke, what'd you think of the movie? What'd you like?
I liked it. I wasn't completely blown away by it, but I didn't really expect to be completely blown away by it. It was just nice to be able to sit down and for a little over 2 hours be brought back to the Wizarding World, and especially get to see the Wizarding World in America, which we have never gotten to see before.
Yeah, I didn't like the movie quite as much as you, I don't think. The beginning was kind of weak. I do like Newt Scamander. I thought he was pretty cool. The middle of the movie got better, and then they just took this weird turn, and it's Grindelwald the whole time. And once we saw Grindelwald, I don't really like Johnny Depp as this everything bleach blonde on him. I thought he looked kind of funny.
Yeah, I was okay with the whole Grindelwald reveal. They give you a little hint at the beginning that that might be where they're going, but some people may not catch that because it's a very short clip of it. But I was actually kind of excited that they brought Grindelwald into it to bring you something that you have heard about in the Harry Potter books.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely taking it in a direction to connect this series of movies, which now they've announced is going to be 5, leading up to Harry Potter's storyline. Whether they'll connect them fully or not, who knows? I kind of hope they don't, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job. Throughout the movie, they give you little tidbits that you've heard about in the Harry Potter movies and books. And each time they did, I got a little bit excited, like, oh, that's something I know. Oh, that's something I know, because there's so much newness in this movie as far as seeing the Wizarding World in America. So you see the Deathly Hallows in a necklace that is given to this boy Credence that is in the movie. You get a reference to Albus Dumbledore, and you actually get a reference to the Lestrange family, which I was not expecting.
And of course, they debate whether Hogwarts is the best wizarding school or not. I don't even know what they called the American Wizarding School,
Yeah.
but that shows you where America ranks as far as wizards go.
Yeah, they mention it very quickly, so you definitely, if you didn't know the name of the school before you went into the movie, you're not going to know it coming out, so.
Yeah, that was a little weak. And also what was weak is what they call non-magic folk.
The no-mages.
The no-mages, which, I don't know. I think
it's a little more creative.
It is very dumb. I think it's stupid, the way that they did that. My favorite part of the movie, and I think you would agree, Brooke, is when they finally go into Newt Scamander's suitcase, and we get to see all of the beasts that he has.
You just get transported into this magical world full of fantastic beasts that live in every climate, and he has a special bond with every single one of them. And the entire time he was in there, I just kept thinking that this is exactly what Hagrid must have always wished he had. Yeah,
I agree, and I think it was really cool that Kowalski, played by Dan Fogler,
who's a Muggle,
got to see all this for the first time, just like the audience. So that was pretty cool. He was also the comic relief in the movie.
Him and the Niffler.
Which were pretty. Yes, the Niffler is very cute
and funny.
And funny. I wish that more beasts actually escaped. It's called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and four of them. I guess he forgets about one of them. 4 of them actually get out, and
I think part though of why it's called that, not only because that's the book he is writing, but the whole reason he's come to America is to return a fantastic beast to his home. And so I think that's a big part of why it's called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah, and I really didn't like how they wiped the entire city's mind.
They had to find some way.
The venom and this thing, and it's in the rain. I just thought it was just way easy and way too stupid.
half of New York sees this battle go down with the wizards, and they have this special potion that they have this like crazy creature. I'm not even sure what they called it, but it's like a hippogriff with a scissor tail.
I think his name was Fred.
Frick was his name,
Frick.
but I don't know what kind of beast it was. But anyway, they have him. He can like control the weather, and so they have him fly up and make it start raining, and that potion comes down and wipes everyone's mind. So, yeah, it was. But they had to think of some way to wipe tons of people's minds.
Yeah, I mean, I get you can't have half of New York City.
Obliviate.
Yeah, you can't have half of New York City knowing about all of this.
One thing I thought was interesting is Newt Scamander, when he's talking to Tina, who is an ex-Auror, which I liked that in America they still call them Aurors.
Yes.
But Newt Scamander said that in America that we have backwards laws against wizards having relationships with no mages, whereas in Britain it's not that way. So you kind of see how much things changed in Britain once Lord Voldemort is there and trying to separate the Muggles from the wizards.
Yeah, it almost seems like Voldemort would have been better to try and conquer the world out of America as opposed to England.
He might have fit in better.
Yeah, it seems like
Maybe
they kind
Grindelwald
of
saw that, and that's why he's there.
Yeah, and that's possible. I mean, we don't really know. His story is kind of unwritten. Grindelwald's is, and I'm sure that's where they're going with all of this. But I can see them not moving forward. Newt Scamander, I don't feel like really needs to be in it. He's a beast. He actually failed out of Hogwarts, and he's this beast finder, hunter guy, scientist, and now all of a sudden he's going to be fighting a dark wizard?
He's trying to teach all wizards that they shouldn't be slaughtering fantastic beasts. They should be nurturing them and helping them survive.
And I get that for this movie, but moving forward in the series...
No, I think moving forward, well, I mean, the next one, I've heard that young Albus Dumbledore is going to be in it, so I think that he's going to be brought to America to help with Grindelwald, so I think maybe we'll see that.
Yeah, that'll be cool. If all of this culminates with a huge Grindelwald Albus Dumbledore battle that's referenced in the books,
awesome.
That would be really cool. However, if that's the direction they go, I hope we don't end up with a Star Wars situation where we know the end game and they do a really bad job of getting us there.
And we haven't talked about how Grindelwald had like lightning bolts coming out of his wand. It's kind of crazy. Yeah,
it was a little emperor-ish. He was also able to control and move things without his wand, which I thought was kind of cool.
I know, but they kind of showed a lot of that in this movie, I felt like, which we won't get into explaining the obscurus or obscural, I think is how they said it both ways. But we won't get into explaining that. But
yeah, we all know those New Yorkers, right, Jeff? They speak funny.
But, yeah, I feel like there was a lot of that in this movie. But overall, I would say if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're going to not be blown away by this movie, but you are definitely going to enjoy it and just, sit back, enjoy being in the Wizarding World for a little over 2 hours again, and have fun.
I would like to say also that as soon as the previews are over, the first thing you hear is Hedwig's song. And yes, it is. You hear Hedwig's song. That's the first music that you hear when the movie starts.
Okay.
And it is really, really nice to hear. And they did a very good job with the score, which I think was going to be very hard to do with the other movies that they had. One last thing, Brooke, give it a rating, 1 through 10, or ABCs, or however you want to rate this movie.
I would say it is an 8. I think they did a really good job of making you excited when you hear things from the Wizarding World you already knew. And they did a good job of showing the American Wizarding World.
I'm going to give it a C out of an ABCDF scale. Didn't blow me away, wasn't great, but I didn't hate it either. So That's what it is, but I think that a lot of people will enjoy it, and like you, it was nice being back in the wizarding world. Any last thoughts?
Nope. Just go, enjoy the movie, and I look forward to the next installment.
Perfect. So do I. Guys, you know where to find us. Facebook, Bro4 Squad, 3 words. You can follow us on Twitter at Bro4 Squad. Check out our website and the squad blog at www.bro4squad.com. Leave us your comments. Let us know what you guys think of the movie. And subscribe to us on YouTube. Till next time, bye.